In the early hours of July 4th, people were still sleeping in their beds when the wall of water swept through the area. Officials say the flash flood would go on to kill over 100 people across the hill country. Between 4 and 5 a.m., the Guadalupe River went from 6 feet above flood stage to 27 feet. Dispatch audio from the critical hours before the Kerr County flood hit its height is helping piece together the time frame local officials have yet to provide amid public scrutiny of their decisions. Take a look and listen.
We still have water coming up. The Guadalupe Shoemaker sign is now underwater on Highway 39. Is there any way we could send a code red out to our Hunt residents asking them to find higher ground or stay home?
We obtained this audio from a credible source of an Ingram volunteer firefighter calling a Kerr County Sheriff dispatcher at 4:22 a.m. Friday. Code Red is a notification system some agencies use to send emergency alerts to subscribers' cell phones.
We have to get that approved with our supervisor. Just be advised, we do have the Texas water rescue en route.
The timing of that request came more than 3 hours after the National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning at 1:14 a.m. for a portion of the county, and around 20 minutes after the Federal Forecasting Agency warned of a flash flood emergency in the area at 4:03 a.m. It's still unclear how much later the first Code Red alert actually went out, as local officials have largely sidestepped related questions. One longtime Hill Country resident provided us with call recordings and text messages she said she received during the flood. The first was a text at 5:34 a.m. saying the NWS has received a flash flood warning for your location. Responding to Code Red concerns during a press event this week, Kerr County Sheriff Larry Latha said an after-action review would happen after recovery and notifying victims' families.
I know that's going to be asked over and over. Please understand that. We're not running, we're not going to hide from everything. That's going to be checked into at a later time.
Our review of Kerr County's most recent hazard mitigation plan shows officials here have known for years flooding was a major threat in the area and was getting worse. County commissioners adopted the area's latest plan in April. It notes under likelihood of future events, it was determined it is likely that Kerr County and participating jurisdictions will experience a flood event in the next year, meaning an event is probable in the next 3 years. The plan detailed more than 100 flood occurrences dating back to 1960, and that future worst-case flood events could exceed depths of 10 inches of rain. Related to the county's previous mitigation plan from 2018, the updated plan identified actions yet to be implemented or still in progress, but necessary, including creating a program to educate the public about specific mitigation actions and proposing a local flood warning system. Unique to Kerr County, all along the Guadalupe River are summer camps, including Camp Mystic, an all-girls Christian camp that has been there for nearly a century. At that camp alone, officials estimate dozens of campers and counselors lost their lives in the flooding. State officials require these camps to have emergency plans in place. Investigator Arzo Dost has been looking into the camp status and what it takes to be licensed in Texas.
State inspection reports for Camp Mystic obtained by investigators show the camp had just finished its annual inspection 2 days before the deadly flash flood. The Department of State Health Services found the camp had the required emergency plans, including written plans in case of a disaster. Inspectors also said the camp notified and trained its staff and volunteers on those emergency plans. The state agency says summer camps are required to have those plans posted clearly in every building. DSHS grants licenses to camps and last year issued 376. The state doesn't have copies of those emergency plans, but reviews the camp's plans on site during a yearly inspection. The written plans are required to include procedures for emergency shelter and for evacuation of each occupied building. The Texas Administrative Code spells some of this out and says the camp should have emergency phones available, but there is no mention of emergency radios in case of weather impacts to phone services. We're told campers must be instructed as to their actions in the event of a disaster or need to evacuate, and camp staff and volunteers must be made aware of procedures during trainings and briefings. Arzo Dost, State of Texas.
We're Texas, so we take care of each other.
Neighbors are supporting neighbors through unimaginable loss. The community stepping up to help rebuild.